What is going on, guys? This is Skyhound, also known as Geek Archivist Xavier Pierce. So, the second trailer for Sonic 3 has just dropped. And before I even started watching it, I was already seeing a few references. One of them, I don't know exactly if it's a hashtag, but some of them are saying, he pissed on the moon. I wouldn't quite catch the reference because I'm not that much of a Sonic gamer, so to speak, compared to others. But what I do know is that this is definitely centered around Shadow, voiced by the amazing Keanu Reeves. But with that being said, I'm just going to give my own reaction and general thoughts on this. So let's give this a look, shall we?
Here we go. Showtime.
Okay,
What
this is
is
amazing.
this den of madness?
Are you Detective Pikachu?
It does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika.
Konichi, what? Get down.
Okay, that was amazing.
It's time, Shadow. Finally, we will have our revenge. But what good is a dastardly plot if you can't conspire with family?
There's
boy.
two Eggmen now?
Double your villains, double your fun. Any last words?
Nice magic marble. Real scary. That actually is real scary.
Okay. That's
Trick shot.
awesome.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super dangerous top secret mission.
We're in.
Are you ready?
We were born ready.
All right, boys, try and keep up.
Come on, Granddaddy-O. We've got dirt to do. With Shadow's power, we can rule humanity. When we're done, there won't be anything left to rule. That is dark.
You're not wrong.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Life's all about the choices we make. Remember to listen to your heart. You're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
One head talk to another. Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now.
Our destiny awaits. You were right about one thing. This ends now.
That's gonna be a GIF. Okay. So, as I said a while ago, I know there's some parts that, fans of the game would recognize. Now, there are a few things I want to point out here. See if I can find it. If my phone would just... Let's see. This part right here. We know, at least fans of the IP know, that Robotnik does have kids, specifically a daughter. Now, the only thing that I am able to catch on, unfortunately, comes from the anime Sonic X, which of course Shadow is a part of it, and, well, I'll put it this way, it is pretty good. That is arguably my introduction into the Sonic universe per se, in terms of lore, characters, who they are, why they are the way they are, etc., etc. Now this, again, since it is focused on Shadow, those who know his character know this is going to be tragic. And the whole thing about revenge, if there's one thing that I've learned when it comes to stories like this, it's going to bite you where you don't expect it. In short, we know Shadow is going to be betrayed. We know that Robotnik only sees Shadow as a tool. And his so-called father is just using him as a means to an end. But who's to say who is going to try and outwit who? Furthermore, we do know that, how do I put this? Shadow has abilities that are different from the other three. But I want to point out here, I don't know if they were ripping straight from Superman or DC in this part, but let me get to the point that I'm trying to get here. It's around here somewhere. So yeah, it's roughly around here. I have to kind of play it again real quick, so bear with me.
It's time.
There. Right here. I don't know if they were taking it from Superman or if this design right here was based something that you do see in the Sonic games. If you guys know this one, feel free to put it in the comments down below. At least, give me a general idea of what I'm looking at here. But what I do understand is that this, whatever this is, we do see it play out in the trailer. So it's roughly around here.
You were right about one thing.
Okay, I went a little too fast. This, right here. So this does play out, and we do know that it's some sort of, I don't know how to say terraforming machine or something to destroy the Earth. But I am getting some references at least to, you could say, the DC universe to an extent, design-wise, by design. That's what I'm getting out of it. But another thing that was pretty fun had to do with the start. The whole Chuck E. Cheese type thing. Give me a second. So I need to back this up a little. Oh, too fast. So obviously we get a bit of the whole Chow characters in the reference of, you could say, like Chuck E. Cheese. But at the start of it, Sonic goes, Konichi what? Which obviously gives the fact that they're in Japan. This whole thing did start in Japan to an extent. Because, you have Nintendo, Super Mario. Some parts of Sonic did get started in Japan. Now, if that's 100% true, I am not entirely sure. But you can't deny the fact that Sega did start there. Just saying. Now, I will admit that the whole jab at Nintendo was a nice touch, because those two were going against each other quite a bit, and Sega was trying to find their own mascot, which they eventually did with Sonic. Of course, Nintendo does have their mascot, which is Mario. But you get the idea. Overall, I will say that the way how Keanu delivers his lines, it's really well done. But the part where, around here, where he's like, the more Sonic does talk, the more Shadow just wants to, punch him. You could say that this is a slight nod to characters that break the fourth wall is becoming such a nuisance, and they're just like, dude, put a sock in it, is kind of what is being said in that exchange. But I will say that the script does sound pretty good for the most part. But Then we get a part that I did not see coming. Give me a second. Up. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Yep, there we go. It was roughly around here. Give me a second.
Head on to another. Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now.
So, up. I went a little too fast. It was around here.
Your heart, you're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
Give me a second.
You're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
Yeah, this part. I get that Shadow is a bit edgy and all that, but part of me's going, when in the bloody hell did Shadow ever have a gun? When? I mean, I get the fact he has different abilities, but does he really need one? Now, I will partially say that this does kind of give me the whole Mr. Wick kind of vibes, because I've watched all 4 John Wick films. But overall, I will say that this does look pretty good. It does come out in Christmas. And like I said, the very last part you see at the end, I know that's likely going to be made into a GIF, if it hasn't been done already. But like I said, most of us know there's going to be backstabbing. We know that there's going to be betrayal. And then the whole misunderstanding thing, I just want to see how that's going to play out. On the human aspect of it, I'm a little, I guess I could say annoyed to an extent. Does it detract from the film a little? Sort of. Like, they're in spots where it's not necessary, but I get they're trying to add the human element into the film. Does it always work? Not always. Depends on who you ask. But overall, this is just my general thoughts on the second trailer. I am hopefully going to be able to watch this, though, when it does drop. But do feel free to leave your general thoughts on this trailer. Do you like it? Are you going to watch it? What parts do you like? What parts do you not like? But this has been Skyhound, also known as Geek Archivist Xavier Pierce. Stay safe, stay sane, and as a good friend of mine always said, stay humble. Peace.